duties, right? That your money doesn't stop. And then before we begin to go to debt management. So this brings us to number one rule of money, right? And what is this number one rule of money? It's called the eighth wonder of the world. It's called the rule of 72 or compounding interest. Have you heard of the rule of 72 or compounding interest? Did you know that Albert Einstein, the guy with his spooky hair, right? He said that those who understand this rule end up earning it. And how do you earn it? By growing your own money, right? But those who do not understand it, guess what they do? They end up paying it their whole lives and making other people wealthy versus them becoming wealthy. So what we do is we do an assessment because we're like financial doctors, right? Look at your situation. It's going to be customized to everybody's situation. It's not the same. And we come up with a recommendation that allows you to get debt-free. So that instead of paying compound interest, now you're earning compound interest. But unlike the middle class advice that many of us get, or average strategies, right, that we get, that tells you, oh, focus on paying off your debt before you start building wealth. You just saw the cost of waiting. So what we do is we do it simultaneously, right? Trying to build wealth a little while you're paying off your debt so that you're leveraging compound interest so that you can even leverage it more in the future, right? But what is the reason why people go into debt? A lot of times because we have no savings or emergency funds. And I know sometimes people go into because of medical life issues, which is why we talked about proper protection. So think about that. When you have proper protection, you've actually taken care of that, right? And,
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about, we're talking about graduates here. Student loan is one key debt. So since you're talking about debt, if you can throw a little bit of light on student loan debt, and yeah, just throw a little bit of light so that people can understand the impact that it does to this new graduate.
The student loan debt, and as a matter of fact, Grace, I know there's a video that we have in there, right? Can you share that video? Because when we talk about student loan debt, I'm a mother of 4 young adults. It's amazing how, and then I meet with clients, all the clients who graduated with student loan, and even people currently who have children and all that. And people do not realize the impact of student loan, and I'm glad you actually pointed that out, Grace. A lot of our students are graduating with a mortgage bill, guys, a mortgage bill, a student loan. And a lot of times they're not even able to get a job in the field that they went to school for. And a lot of people who want student loans, and I know some people forget about it, pretend like it doesn't exist, right? But the majority of people are actually good people. They can sleep at night thinking about it. And that's why they invest their whole livelihood trying to pay it off and not doing it properly, which still keeps them awake at night in the future. So imagine living a life where at night you cannot sleep for the rest of your life. What kind of a life would that be? So Grace, show us that video and then we're going to talk about that some more. Okay, if you can share that video.
Absolutely. Like she said, when it comes to student loan, I don't know about you as a parent of a 14-year-old, I am playing catch up. And hey, if you have a newborn or your kids are little, you want to take advantage because you don't want to wait. It's going to cost you as the parent because you're going to co-sign. It's going to cost that child, right? So if you see on my screen, right, tuition, board, all of that, the future cost of college is insane. The present cost of college is ridiculous. How do we help the ones coming out of high school that are going to college, avoid some of these things, right? The ones that are yet to even get to high school, how do you plug them in early so that you can start saving early? I'm going to play a video by a mom who was worried, and I just want you to pay attention and listen because this is real.
May. So my daughter's going to her second year of college. The first year I took the loan out for her. It was a private loan. Their rates weren't bad. This year, to be a co-signer through Sally Mae, to borrow $28,000 at 16%, The finance charge is $99,000. So when we're done paying back the 1 year of college of $28,000, we have paid Sally Mae $127,000. This is sickening. This is predatory. This shouldn't even be legal. Shame on the government for allowing Sally Mae to take advantage of young kids like this. I thankfully saw that I have the right to cancel this. I can cancel this without penalty by August 21st, which I will be doing because I'm never going to allow my daughter or myself to have to pay Sally Mae $127,000. So we would have to pay her $100,000 just to borrow $28,000. That is absolutely ridiculous. Shame on them. I feel so bad for other college kids that have to deal with this. You know, I'm 44. I only went to community college, and I've heard all through these years people saying like, you know, what the loans, how it's predatory and what they're doing. But I really never realized that it's this bad. So if she did this for the next 3 years, she would have to pay $380,000. And that's only for 3 years because I took out all the loans for the first year. So it would be like $400,000 just to go to college to get a degree. And we're not talking like a lawyer or a doctorate. Like, come on, this is sickening. This is sickening. Things have to change. This has to change. This is absolutely crazy. So you know what, Sally Mae, fuck you. You can shove this loan because we're not taking it. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm not taking this, and I'm not allowing my daughter to take this. She will end up having to work and give you all of her money for probably her whole entire life. This is absolutely insane. And you know what, to the U.S. government, not like they're going to watch this.
That is a bitter mom, right? She is just pouring out her heart because at the end of the day, if you don't take action towards your child's future, that child's going to be affected, right? This part right here is so like looking at the chat and just having people comment like, hey, you know, looking at all of this, it's ridiculous. Like, I can't imagine I filed for bankruptcy, I'm still paying my loan 20 years down the road. You know, that is what we're talking about. How do we celebrate today and protect the future? It is so important because at the end of the day, it's going to cost you a price to pay, a bitter price to pay. That mother, like she said, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I don't want to take it. Yeah, she doesn't want her daughter to be tied into like paying that for the rest of her life. But looking at all of this coming, I couldn't even go to college because of student loan rates. Like unbelievable, you know? So how do we really fix that? Talking about that, you have to start saving early because it's going to cost you in the future. And like Mary Blossom said, hey, we can sit down, we can help out, you know, sit down with a professional. How do you solve a problem you cannot fix, right? Because you're not a professional. So that's one of the topics we want to bring to light. We're celebrating today. Yes, we're excited. But how is the future going to look like in the life of these children? In the life of this precious, incredible graduate? Their future is so excited. They are excited. We are excited for them. But trust me, as a parent, you're kind of scared at the back end for the future. Please share this video because you never know the parent that you're going to help to get information that they need to solve that peace of mind they need at night, having that sleepless night. So our last topic is about estate planning, right? Because most times young people think, hey, I'm too young to begin to start estate planning. You know, hey, I don't want to think about that. My future is okay. But please, we want parents to understand the implication when a child gets to age 18 of the needfulness of an estate plan. Please, can you throw a little more light and stories that, hey, when parents think, hey, especially African parents, like I'm in charge of this child. Yes, my child. No, when they get to 18, they have a say, and they also have a legal backup to make you back up from their information or back up from making information on decision on their behalf. If you can please throw a little more light on young people, the importance of planning for an estate now.
All right, guys. So we're talking about building a proper financial house, right? So we've talked about the foundation, which is proper protection, protecting your ability to make income, right? So that when life happens, your income doesn't stop. We talked about debt management, And now, and we've talked about, kind of building wealth in the process of debt management. So the next thing is the roof of that house. Talk about the foundation, you build up the walls, you have your rooms, and then now we have the roof. And what is that roof? The roof is what Grace is talking about. Proper estate management. A lot of times when people hear about estate management, they feel like, oh, I have to have a house to, to do that and all that. By estate management, what are we talking about? Let's just bring it down to everybody's level, right? We're talking about wills and trusts. And part of that will does not mean you're dying, because some people just associate wills with dying. It has nothing to do with dying. It's just making sure that when I cannot speak for myself, I could be alive, right? And not be able to speak for myself, right? That who I want to speak for me can speak for me, or that I can still speak based on the things that I put down when I was able to speak. And one of those situations is a lot of us, like I said, I'm a mother of young adults. My youngest is 22, he'll be 23 next month, right? And the oldest is 28. And we forget when they graduate and we celebrate them when they pass 18, that in the country we're in, 18 is adulthood, right? The only way you can still speak is they want you to speak for them. So have you ever imagined, those kids, when they graduate, get a job, what's the first thing they do? They start traveling, right? They're traveling. You go look at Facebook, Instagram, you see all the pictures you see is pictures of traveling. What if your child gets there and gets sick? What if even in the states where they work, they get sick and they cannot speak for themselves? How are you going to get the information on their health? How will you be able to make decisions for them? That is why you need a estate plan even when they're 18. The moment they turn 18, they need to have theirs, which part of it is the medical directives, right, of what should happen when that happens. So guys, it's so much that we do, like Grace said. For those graduating that don't have things in place, we can still make the future beautiful and comfortable for them. But for those who are not even in graduation age, you can even make it even better, by setting them up properly from the get-go. And so now I will give it back to Grace.
Thank you so much. I hope you guys are getting lots of value. Put in the chat, what did you learn today? You see, estate planning is huge, right? Power of attorney, medical directive. You can't make decision for your child at age 18 when they're in the hospital because they're an adult. So you want to make sure they have a medical directive that says you as a parent can help them make their decision for them. Power of attorney can help them make legal decision, because you can't do that when the child is 18. And come to think about it, right? At the end of the day, you as parents need to understand these things for you to be able to teach your children. Go ahead, Mary Blossom.
Yeah, and Grace, share the story of that child that was traveling and the parents couldn't, share the story, because sometimes.
Which is very important, right? Because we are, there was somebody, he got to 18, traveled, internationally, and he got into a medical situation. They didn't want to treat him because there was nothing on. The parent called and they say, hey, you're not listed as somebody who can make decision. Think about it. The doctors have to make decision for him, whether it was good or bad. Nobody was there to make a personal decision for him because it wasn't stated. So these are some of the few things that as parents we need to take into cognizant and really plan, because at age 18, coming from Africa, your mother still sees you as a baby, but here you're an adult. So legally, you can't make those decisions for them. Whether it's medical decision, everything, even as parents, how many of us really don't have an estate plan? If you don't have it, how are you going to teach your child to have it? So remember, as parents, we lay the foundation and these children follow. So please let us go back and make sure we have all of that. Now, I am going to pull up my screen just to recap. Like Mary Blossom had, indicated, building a proper financial house starts like building your physical house, right? Building your physical house. How do you build your physical house? And as you can see, your financial house protection is the first one. Then we get to debt. How do you come out of the student loan debt, or how do you avoid getting into it? Then emergency fund. How do you start saving for unforeseen circumstance, right? It gives you confidence when you have pile of money saved somewhere. Then we talk about investment, and like she finalized, how do you put all of that into an estate, protecting your estate, protecting all of that? Even as parents, you can take a picture, you can learn, hey, I want to make sure my house is built this way. So one of the questions I will ask you is your financial house built on a strong foundation? Or if the winds of life blow, it's going to rip off every hard work you've done over the years. So a lot of this video was shared. Please reach out to the person who shared this video to you and say, hey, how can I sit down and build a proper financial home? And yes, we're going to put on the chat like, hey, you can schedule a follow-up meeting. You can schedule on our Calendly. Mary Blossom here, she's amazing. She is a professional when it comes to the financial strategies. She can help out with that. Sit down, because this is customized. Your needs is different from somebody else's needs. You know, we can put on the chat, you can schedule. You got to learn these things. It's not taught in school, guys, right? It's never taught in school. And whoever shared this video, get back with them and say, hey, how do I build a proper protection? How do I build a proper foundation for my children graduating, for our household, for my future? It boils down to every one of us. So I'm going to come back to say congratulations to all our incredible graduates. We are so proud of you. Tomorrow I have tons of party. I'm going. You know, I've been seeing a lot of posts on social media celebrating all our graduates from small to old. You know, it's a time of celebration. But just something to kind of piggyback why we celebrate the presence. How do we really protect the future? So thank you so much. One last word from Mary Blossom. Thank you for honoring this invitation to bless our guests with your amazing, incredible talent of how you've been helping clients set up a proper foundation, proper house, financial house, so that their future can be secure. So one last word for our graduate, for our guests watching. We had incredible people today watching and sharing this amazing video. For those who will watch later, what word of advice do you have? One last word before we call it a day.
Advice that I have is this. How do you know what you don't know? How do you know what you don't know? I know when you were saying schedule an appointment, everybody's thinking, oh, it's going to cost money. How much money is it, right? Guys, guess what? Your financial physical that helps you to even figure out where you are, where you're going, and how to get there is complementary. It is complementary because of our mission of no family left behind, no graduate left behind, no parent left behind, no child left behind, right? So it's complementary, and I encourage you to take advantage of it. You know, every year we all have a health physical, right? And why do we go for a health physical? So we can be healthy, so we can go to school or go to work, right? Whatever keeps us busy, it's called a business, right? Whatever keeps us busy. So, but we never take our time for a financial physical to figure out, where am I going? Where am I right now? How do I get to where I need to go? And so thank you so much for coming here. For coming here today, at least it means you're beginning to think about it. I hope you share those videos. And at the next segment, we're going to be coming at you, weekly. Right now, today is Friday. We're thinking of maybe doing it on Wednesdays, and you're going to see the flyers when they're out, when we decide on the best day to do it, right? On a weekly basis. So, but in the meantime, our famous doctor, Dr. Seuss, right? He says that knowledge is power. He said, but knowledge is not power unless it's applied, right?
Absolutely.
So make sure you apply it by taking action and by taking steps. And thank you, for being here. And for all our graduates, we're excited about the future, for you. And we're looking forward to you creating a great impact in the world. Thank you so much. And thank you, Grace, for the time.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, she said it's complimentary, right? Say, hey, that's my best price, free 99, right? Free 99. Get the information. You don't know what you don't know. And some of those information can save you a whole ton. Thank you to all our viewers. Thank you. I can see all the love, all the comments. You guys are amazing. You guys are fantastic. It makes us feel better that we bring value to you. So thank you. But please, like she said, you have to take action. Take the next step to listen, to plan your future, and help this graduate get back on track so that their future is as bright as you and I see. God bless you. We're going to call it a day from now. Have a fantastic graduation celebration. And hey, we also have Memorial Day, right? So it's a fun weekend. So please have some fun, show some love, smile on somebody, check on somebody. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to share love, right? So this weekend, as we have a little bit of free time, please socialize and bring a positive vibe to the table. I like to bring positive vibe. But anyway, from me, Grace Solomon, bye-bye for now. Thank you for watching. Ooh. Yes, I did. I think at some point we get like 15 people viewing. I did stop it. It stopped, right?
How many we have watching? 15?
No, yeah, we had 15 watching.
Okay, so that's good. Then I mean, it was last night that we promoted it anyway. It was last night, so
So I was trying to look for, did you copy it and share it on your field, Mary Blossom?
I didn't know how to share whatever. I just did whatever I could do. I don't know.
Let me share it with you. Yeah. So come to this thing, click on share, and you post it on your thing. So look for Grace.
To mine and see if it's sharing on mine, my dear. I don't know.
Okay, let me check.
And Martha is gonna be my whatever now, and I'm gonna attach to Martha like a.
Martha knows how to do it.
I'm gonna stick to Martha. I'm like, Martha, you need to be using all this talent God gave you to monetize.
Oh yes, it's sharing.
So it's sharing on mine because I shared it while it was going on. Yeah. So that's good. So you got profiles, Martha. How come we're not friends on your profiles? Are you hiding? Are you a hidden agent?
Oh, you were even posting. We're live on Facebook. So yeah, you shared.
I don't know. I'm increasing my capacity. That's all I know. No, some people can still go back and watch it. That's the thing.
Yeah, that's one of the good things with live. Somebody can always go back.
I used to be scared about doing social media. I just did my first social media post. Can you believe that? I did my own makeup myself.
I put Mary Blossom on the spot.
I was like, Lord have mercy.
She's like, do the flyer. I said, you
but I've been wanting to do it and I've been praying about it. So God just pushed me the best way he knew how to. I would never have gone in myself to go do it because I didn't know how to create it. I didn't know what to say, where to go. Does it make sense? So you see, God works in mysterious ways. That's why affirmations work. Because I was like, I'm using social media to impact the world, to change lives, and to reach lives globally. So see, now, I've done my first one, right? So now I have to get a YouTube channel and all of them, go big or go home, you know? I got so much knowledge in my head. Like Shala, I was meeting with Shala yesterday. And she was like, Mary Blossom, you got so much knowledge. Okay. Unable to reach her. Thanks for being willing to assist. Okay. Great Facebook, financial, whatever. Oh, it was there. I didn't even know Edith joined. So that means Edith has Facebook now.
You force everybody to have Facebook.
They have to. Because, you know, everybody said they don't know anybody. They don't know anybody. All this social media is how you get people without going out of your way to look for people. I don't know if it makes sense. I mean, you got something to say, right? So like somebody like you, Martha, you can pick up the books and pick up a page and discuss. You know, there's so many ways you can do it. You can pick up, because I know you're not going to go
Martha, you're going to be next. So we're going to pick up one thing. We'll put everybody on the spotlight.
Yeah, Martha, Martha, you're going to go next.
It's not a big deal. It's kind of like you're just having a conversation. Honey, all you gotta do, go get some if it's get some apple cider vinegar. It's gonna stop. Honey, I'm telling you, it is so much information online. Last week I was so sick as a dog. This week it started, and I was like, God, show me the way, show me the way. I don't want all this crazy medicine that they turn around, they cause cancer, they cause this. And then boom, I was on YouTube and I found this Dr. Mandela or whatever he is.
And he was like, all these people that have ulcers and stomach acid reflux that are taking all this calcium, he said, all you got to do is ask for apple cider vinegar. What would make you think that apple cider vinegar, as acidic as it is a cure for acid reflux? And he was like, people have acid reflux because they don't have enough acid in their stomach. I used to think it was because they had too much acid. I'm telling you, knowledge is so much knowledge out there. We haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg. I'm telling you. The tip of the iceberg. So.
So what is your recap, Martha? You watch the Facebook. We need feedback.
We need your honest feedback because I know you give it like it is. Give it like it is, honey. We're big girls. I can handle it. I don't know about Grace, but I can handle it.
Yeah, I don't know why you say fuck you. I'm like, okay, I even had to cut it. She made a mention of fuck you at the beginning. And oh, I can the last time I played it, I had to apologize. I said, excuse her language. Yeah, so I didn't remember. Okay. Yeah, that's true. So you don't want them to not post your live because I'm not
It's the
seeing
only video we've had that has a cuss in it anyway. So
I'm not seeing the video though. Like, can you go back and watch it? I was trying to play it, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, okay. Let me see here.
yeah, Martha, you are a wealth of knowledge. If only you could see yourself the way I see you. When I see you, I see a mega millionaire. So then why don't you go recruit people and get them to be on the front and then you be on the back pushing them? That would be a great way to do it.
And Amata, I think another thing that when I started the live, I was playing the music. I was trying to figure, that's another thing. So next time I'm going to work on it good. I
I
feel
just
like $15 monthly at the same time.
when is your church's
I
financial?
have OBS. So I have OBS. That's what I use on my other laptop to stream to